Have you ever wondered, if tomorrow were the last day of the world, would we go out with a scream or a heroic anthem? It is not a rock. It is an ancient god carrying the wrath of billions of years. And to fight a god, humanity created a god of its own. A machine created from the hope, desperation, and genius of an entire species. This story is not about the end of the world. It is about the battle for tomorrow. It all began with a whisper, a stray signal in the vastness of the universe. Numbers do not lie, they only foretell the truth. And that truth was a death sentence for an entire planet. The Unmaker. The name scientists gave it, simple yet all-encompassing. The news was not released. Panic was the second enemy humanity could not afford to face. Instead, an ancient, forgotten protocol was activated. The A.E.G.I.S. protocol, humanity's final shield. Plans B, C, and Z of humanity all in a single switch. It was time to awaken the giant. From the desert to the ice, from the bottom of the sea to the mountain peaks. The greatest war machine in history began to absorb energy. It harnesses power from the very heart of the planet. This is the brain of the machine god, where humanity's will is translated into commands. The god has awakened, and it is ready for war. Meanwhile, the enemy was still approaching, emotionless and unstoppable. Two gods, one ancient, one modern, finally saw each other across the endless void. They did not know that the lives of 8 billion people were at stake. Humanity's countdown clock had begun to tick. It was time for humanity to show the weapons they had forged in the dark. A shield woven from the dreams and nightmares of science. We turned the moon into a fortress. The poetic companion becomes the silent sentinel. It drinks the energy of its mother planet to protect it. A spear of light ready to pierce the darkness. But one spear is not enough. An entire army is needed. They are the knights of the new age, guardian angels made of titanium. They do not carry swords. They carry within them the power of movement itself. A rain of steel forged in the heart of the stars to fight a rock from the cosmos. The ultimate kinetic weapon, simple but deadly. And at the poles of the world, the last giants finally awoke. A weapon not designed to destroy, but to deflect with an invisible scream. They are the eyes of A.E.G.I.S flying into the storm to guide the thunderbolts. They are the suicide scouts, the first to face the enemy. The forge is done. The weapons of the gods are ready. And the enemy was at the gate. The battle did not begin with an explosion. But with a single command, a command sent on behalf of all humanity. Target has been marked. Celestial war begins. The first rain of steel is unleashed. No fire, no smoke. Only pure speed, a symphony of kinetic destruction. But the monster is too big. Its hide is too thick. Humanity's attack was like a mosquito bite. The second wave, pure light, a whip of the gods lashing out at the invader. This time, it felt pain. The wounded beast begins to fight back. It did not die, it just multiplied itself. The first knight has fallen. The first knight has fallen. Humanity's first line of defense is collapsing. On the screen, they are just numbers. In space, it is failure. The third wave, a scream that bends space itself. An attempt to speak to the monster in the language of physics. But mass is a stubborn king. Will cannot bend the law. When the sword is broken, only the shield remains. The A.E.G.I.S shield, the pinnacle of defensive technology. It endured thousands of bullets, protecting the world below. But this is not a shower. This is a storm. The moment the two gods collided, the whole world held its breath. The night sky was ablaze. Every shield, no matter how strong, eventually has a weak point. The god of humanity is bleeding. Desperate attempts to save a dying god. But there was not much time left. The monster senses victory is near. The final line of defense has been breached. A warning from the universe, a harbinger of what is to come. For the first time, humanity saw its enemy with its own eyes. When technology fails, only human audacity remains. final gambit, a bet for all the marbles. Gungnir, the spear of Odin, a weapon to be used only when all is lost. Not defense, but an all-out attack, betting the entire planet on a single shot. Cities around the world went dark. A sacrifice in silence, a wordless consensus. All of humanity's hope was channeled to the coldest place on the planet. The final forge is being heated. The spear designed to kill a god. The shield is sacrificing itself to buy time. The power of an entire civilization focused on a single point. There is only one chance, one shot. Death was at the doorstep. Aim for the old scar. Aim for the monster's heart. The final command. The spear of hope is launched. A lighthouse against the night. Fly, O final pride of humanity. The shield has completed its mission. Target hit. Destructive energy from within. A few seconds of charged silence. The monster was dead. Its ashes created a brilliant monument to survival. We shot at the darkness, and the darkness answered with stars. The machine god had completed its mission. Now it returns to sleep, waiting. Because the biggest question remains, are we worthy of the sacrifice we created to protect ourselves?